Hi guys, welcome to the Bloomful and our very first food video. So I'm very excited to bring you this playlist of recipes and tips and tricks in the kitchen. I will be sharing a few of my own recipes, but what I have done is a lot of research for those fail-safe recipes that I can pop into my recipe book and reference if I'm entertaining. I'll always credit the recipe maker down in the description box and throughout this video. And I'll also link you to their channel so you can subscribe because they have helped me out immensely. So today I'm going to be making a salted caramel sauce. You can use this sauce to pour over some ice cream if you have some guests coming at the last minute. You can also fold it through a mud cake. I use it for my caramel mud cake recipe. My dad loves caramel mud cake. And also you can pour it on top of a drip cake if you're making a caramel drip cake. And you can fold it through a chantilly cream for your frosting as well, and it tastes divine. So this caramel sauce recipe is by Preppy Kitchen, and I will link Preppy Kitchen down below in the description. I'm not the best baker, but since referencing Preppy Kitchen's recipes, I have grown a bit of confidence in that department. Okay, let's get into the ingredients. So 1.5 cups of caster sugar, white caster sugar, 71 grams of butter. I actually like using salted butter for this, but you can use unsalted butter because we will be adding salt later. 1 cup of cream. This cream is part pouring cream, part thickened cream, but I've used only pouring cream and I've also used only thickened cream, and they both work fine. So whatever you have in the fridge. I have some sea salt. I use molded sea salt flakes. It's my favorite. I've been using it for a very long time. You can also add some vanilla extract or vanilla bean paste. I don't tend to do this, but you can do that if you're making a cake and you want to really make that flavor a lot more rich. I actually like that bitter caramel flavor, so I won't be adding any in this case. And if you're making it for a drizzle on top of your drizzle cake, I would suggest adding a bit of glucose syrup. Now, Preppy Kitchen doesn't do this, and his drip cake looks incredible, of course, but if you'd like a bit more shine and a bit more gloss to your drizzle or your drip, then you can add a bit of glucose syrup. You can also use corn syrup, whichever you have. So in terms of my utensils, I have a spatula, of course, and also a brush. You can use a pastry brush or something just to dip into some water and to line it around the saucepan when you're making your caramel. I'm going to use a heavy bottomed saucepan. I really would suggest it because I found that some of the lighter saucepans do catch the sugar at the bottom and it does crystallize, so I do prefer to use this. It doesn't burn the sugar at all. And of course, a jar to store your caramel sauce. I got this one from IKEA, so this is the smaller one, and it was only about $2. It's got the little latch that you can lock it with, so it's airtight. They also sell a bigger one, but for our recipe today, this size is perfect. So once you pour it in, you might have about 2 tablespoons of sauce left, just for a little cheeky spoonful. All right, let's get cooking. So an ingredient and a utensil that I forgot to mention, you'll need a 1/4 cup of water, just tap water, just here. You'll also need a whisk. All right, let's get into it. So the first thing you're going to do is pop your saucepan on the hob and turn the heat on. So we're going to turn it to about medium heat and then add our caster sugar. This is 1.5 cups. Now that our caster sugar's in, you're going to grab your 1/4 cup of water, pour it in. You're going to just grab your spatula and mix the water with the sugar just to combine it. Just like that. Once you've combined the water and sugar, we're not going to mix it at all. So we're going to leave it untouched. You might want to turn the heat up a little bit just to get the cooking process started. And now it's a waiting game. One thing you may want to do is grab your brush and just a little bit of spare water, dip it in and just brush off any bits or crystals of sugar, any specks of sugar, just brush them off. Let them fall into the pan because we don't want this crystallizing. You're going to have to do this throughout the process. As we can see, our sugar's picking up a little bit and it's creating a bit of heat. So we see the bubbles forming. Again, we're not mixing this. We're not going to touch it with the spatula. Okay, so we're getting close now. We really need to keep an eye on that sugar so it doesn't burn, but also we really want to observe that amber color developing so we can pull it off at the right time. And remember, pull it off about a second short of the color or the intensity that you wish to take it to so that you have, so it doesn't burn further, I guess, when you're adding the cream. Okay, so we see that color starting to develop through the middle there. Just need to monitor it. Mine's getting a bit bubbly. We're very close now. So now it's becoming a golden color. I'm just waiting for that amber color to pick up a little bit. Okay, so I'm happy with that color now on the sugar syrup. I'm going to pour in my cream now. So I'm going to take it off the heat. Got my glove handy. Okay, so I'm going to pour in that cup of cream and whisk it. So whisk it through just like that. So my glove's off now. Now we can see we have a beautiful, beautiful color on that caramel once we've poured the cream in. So once that cream is mixed through, I'm going to add in the butter. So I'm going to add in that 71 grams of butter now and whisk it through. Once that butter melts, we're going to add a pinch of sea salt. Now you can add a pinch if you just want it to be, a little bit salty and just take that sweet edge off. But if you like your caramel quite salty, which I do, I go in with almost 2 pinches. That's 1 pinch. I'm going to go in with another. And whisk. So now we can turn the heat back on just to combine those ingredients again to a medium-low heat and whisk through. Okay, so we can see our caramel sauce bubbling in the middle. It's getting thicker. We're just going to mix it through now and then, whisk it a bit, and let it bubble a bit more. Smells delicious. Okay, that's it. We're going to turn the heat off. It only needed to bubble or come back up to heat for about 3 minutes. We can now take it off the heat, give it one last whisk. And we're going to leave it to cool. Yum. Okay, so while our caramel is cooling, I thought I'd give you a few gift ideas. If you wanted to make this caramel sauce, I guess in a bigger batch, bottle it up, like I said, in one of these IKEA jars. Now they do come smaller as well. If you go on the IKEA website or visit them in the store, you will see smaller jars that are airtight and they lock like this. You can pour them in and give them out to friends and family. It's fabulous. This caramel sauce will last you, I'd say, at least 2 weeks in the fridge, if not longer. It's got a lot of sugar in it, so there's a lot of room for preservation, but it's a great gift idea. All you need to do is grab some twine. So I've got some twine here, but also some lovely string. And I believe I just got these from Target or Kmart. You can also get them at the dollar store. They're very cheap. And also some name tags if you are giving it out as a gift. This one was from a dollar store. I think it was the Reject Shop, and it comes with some twine. So I'm going to cut up a bit of this twine today. I'll probably double loop it like this. Snip it like that and wrap it around the jar. As you can see, I'm wrapping it here and we're just going to double knot it. That's just a nice little bit of decoration. And I'm going to grab one of these labels. Now you may wish to write your message here before you add it onto your jar. Just feed it through the string like that. Hope you can see it. Grab the other corner and just double knot it. There we go. And that's a simple, easy, and cost-effective gift. Okay, so our caramel sauce is mostly cooled now. It's still a bit warm, but it's mostly cooled down. We're just going to give it a whisk. Now remember, as your caramel sauce cools down, it's going to thicken. It's already really lovely and glossy. So now I'm going to pour it into the jar we have prepared earlier. That looks gorgeous. Perfectly thick. Okay, so you might want to add just a few flakes of sea salt on top, just for decoration. There we go. Be rude not to try it myself straight out of the pan, so I'm going to do that. That is glorious. It is so delicious. Please try it. Please do try it. That is the Preppy Kitchen inspired caramel sauce. I hope you enjoy it, guys. Bye.